Father, Son, and Holy Spirit is empowering you today to walk in freedom and peace. When you and I present the good news of who Jesus is, do you consider that many barriers exist? The English language, I think, has had a big effect upon that. Politics still influences the way that the good news has been perceived around the world. What I think is actually quite problematic is when the good news is associated with an ideology or political worldview. And that is where I think Jesus has a lot to say. When we study his life, we look at his focus upon 12 disciples, people who are very close to him, and his immense time with them. He wasn't looking at how to form structures. He wasn't looking at how to overthrow a government, although he was accused of that. You can see how his teachings were so radical that the government felt unsettled. The Roman Empire of the day, including his own religious society and government within Judaism. These points I'm making aren't to say that all of those aspects of both that empire and Judaism were wrong, not at all. What I'm saying is that we live in a world that is not a vacuum. So how do you and I go forward today and share something of the good news, or share the good news, without falling into the same traps or problems that Jesus seemed to encounter, where people were trying to trick him into saying something controversial, trick him into identifying with power and politics and manipulation, rather than what he presented, which was a new kingdom that brought about restoration, forgiveness, and in many ways, harmony back to the original Eden. And I will not be going into a set of points that you need to consider or take on board, or some kind of information that isn't already there in the scriptures. And what I'm holding here is a map, and it reminds me of what happened in Japan. I've made a series of videos about the Jesuits and their influence upon Japanese worldview, and how many people stepped into faith in Jesus and faithfully followed him even to the point of death. There, in that time and period, just like in ours, there are political and ideological, philosophical and cultural battles, wars that are being fought. And the intense focus upon Jesus as the resurrected Christ, as the one that is teaching us still today to love our enemies. And I think it's still at the heart of the gospel today, that we live a life that reflects peace and love and an ability to overcome evil, not by power, yet by the power of the cross, that our destination is a new heaven and new earth, that Jesus is coming back and he will bring justice, and it's not up to us. So would you, with me today, which I think is actually a very challenging task, let go of the ideologies or the political motivation or the desire to control, and step into the freedom that Jesus has given you through the cross and through his resurrection. Thank you for watching this video and leaving a comment. I look forward to reading that. See you in the next one.